play the whole horn, growls, plunger work, trills, all of that stuff counts. All of that stuff makes the trombone up. That's the slide instrument. Play the slide.
Trying something a little bit different on my channel. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up. Certainly appreciate all of the subscriptions and the comments. So with that, introduce everybody to Stephen Walker, New Orleans-based trombonist. And Stephen, over to you kind of to talk about your background a little bit, and then we can dive in. So thanks again so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Anytime. Hey everybody, I'm Steve Walker. A little bit about me. That I grew up in church playing. So I got my start in church. So my dad needed musicians in church. So he grabbed all of us. He grabbed his nephews, his nieces, and he put an instrument in everybody's hand. So that's how I got started. That was my introduction to music, being the son of a minister. And by the time I got to junior high school, I started playing the trombone. And the rest was history. Being from New Orleans, we are surrounded by, festivals, brass bands. I mean, any reason to party. So I'm in a city where everybody knows somebody that's a musician. Everybody has a musician in their family, whether it's in the church or whether it's in the blues band or the marching band. I mean, everybody has somebody. So that's how I grew up playing music. That's how I got started.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I mean, great environment to grow up in for sure. Yep. So tell us a little about this group that you're performing in, this New Orleans group, and then we'll kind of get into your solo.
Okay. Swinging in New Orleans. Me and my fiance, that's the bass player.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we wanted to preserve like the music of the city. So we got together and we said, well, we're gonna start a band. So we named the band Swinging in New Orleans. Shortly after that, we said we're gonna video, record it. So that's what we do. We take all the music from the 20s on, or 30s on, up to present day music. I mean, the 20s and the 30s on, up to present day, and we document this music. So we grab all the musicians that's our age and older, and we try to play all the music that came before us and document it. So everybody that you see is the people that's on the scene actually putting in the footwork. So that's what we do. We grab all of our peers and we come together and we play music.
Awesome, man. Sounds great. All right, so let's talk about your solo. This tune is called Float Me Down the River, and let's listen to the beginning of it, and then I'll kind of pause. And Stephen, if you want to kind of talk about, your solo and what you were thinking, or sort of your strategy to improvising, I think that'd be really cool for the listener. So here we go. I'm going to play it.
Coming to you down in good old New Orleans.
Okay, so I know that's just a snip, right? But
right.
Help us kind of understand, like, the 16th note introduction, and maybe, how you sort of start your solos, what you're thinking about.
Well, besides that, I hate every solo that I play.
That's wild. No. That's wild. Yeah.
No, but for real, the 16th note, I always try to have a strong opening. So when I'm starting like that, it's like, how do I want to come in strong? Do I want to come in like, because Zach is kind of laid back. So I wanted to kind of, bring the intensity up just a little bit. So that's why I had the 16 bar, 16 note, start on that one. just to bring the energy up a little bit. And a strong open is always important.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And for sure. It's like it sort of grabs you right away when you hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else on this line you wanted to point out or?
No, I'm just happy I played all the notes.
Yeah. Right. The simple things, right?
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes we take that for granted.
We take it for granted. I mean,
man.
they all came out.
Yeah. No clams.
Right.
You can't be a trombone player without a few clams in your solo. All right, let's keep rolling then. Okay, so any thoughts there?
Yeah, that whole phrase.
Let me back that up a little bit then so we could see that. Let's see. Is that where we were? Yeah, go ahead.
Can you play it from right there?
Yeah, sure. All
right. So right before that, you heard me growling and playing some soulfulness. I always like to incorporate bluesiness or some type of growl or some type of soulfulness into the playing to give it that extra, here I am,
right.
that type of thing. So, yeah, I mean, if you listen to a lot of the older cats, a lot of them did similar things that grabbed your attention. Everybody has something. Mine's just so happened to be the growl and the blues, and this.
So some kind of hook, right? Like and then so when you pick those notes, like how do you say, okay, that this is a good note to growl on? Like, is it a flat third or flat seventh or? Like
no, it's all come from the blues.
Okay,
it all comes from the blues. So the blues scale. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been playing so long, it just becomes a part of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. So you're really not thinking about, oh, I'm going to growl on this particular note. It's just, it's coming out.
Like, it's coming out.
I feel like this is a good spot to add a little growl or a little gliss in there.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
You got to add it. You have to add it when it makes sense. It just can't be random. So like certain spots in a song allows you to do that. Because if you do it in the wrong spot that is not warranted, then it's like a puzzle. It won't match.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Any rules around like where you want to do that or you don't, or it's just kind of fit in with the melody, or
you got to feel it. You got to hear it.
Got to feel it. Yeah. Okay.
You got to hear it. You got to hear it and feel it. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Great. Yeah. Appreciate it. Then. And then just some of these like runs that you do, I just find really interesting. Like, I mean, they're not really chromatic. I guess they're more sort of chord tones and leading tones. But again, I don't know if you're just sort of doing that naturally or if you sort of think about that. Is that kind of one of your style elements that you like to do?
Yeah, if you listen to my playing, it's a mixture of bebop, traditional jazz, gospel, R&B. So I incorporate all of it into one.
Got it.
Because in New Orleans, I mean, we're around everything.
Yeah.
We're around brass band, rhythm and blues, gospel. We're around everything. So,
awesome.
Yeah, it's like a gumbo. So.
Very cool. Okay. Let's keep rolling a bit then. All right. Yeah, nice. Really nice. I mean, I know you don't like to listen to it, but I sure do.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to a lot of musicians like when I was coming up, and I was like, do you ever listen to your recordings? They all said no, and now I get it. Because we all strive to be better. You know?
Yeah. You're your worst critic, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So a little maybe about this. I mean, you had the growl back here. Let's find that growl. Yeah, you had that big growl right here.
All
Kind of
right.
on that, right?
Mhm.
And then I think it was really cool, like you did the trill too, kind of the shake on that. I thought that was really a nice touch.
Mhm.
In fact, I'm kind of stealing that in some of my solos that I try, because I'm like, you know what? Because that's, I mean, to me, it's like that's the trombone sound,
It is. It is.
And so even if I don't play a great solo, if I do some of that, people are like, oh yeah, that was
All right.
cool. Yeah.
I mean, it's like I was when I was a little kid, I was every time Wycliffe Gordon would come into town,
Yeah.
or Ronald Westray, the guys from Lincoln Center, they say play the whole horn, growls, plunger work, trills, all of that stuff counts. All of that stuff makes the trombone up. That's the slide instrument. Play the slide.
Yeah.
So and I remember that, and I always try to incorporate that in my playing.
Very cool. Very cool. And then just really quick on this ending, I thought it was kind of cool that it seemed like counterintuitive, kind of the way you did it, right? Like kind of not expecting it.
All right.
I thought that was really kind of clever too. A nice way to end the solo. So anything there about that sort of figure?
Whenever I'm going out of the solo, I'm very conscious, because you can play a great solo and then the end and it's like, so I'm like going out of my solos. I always try to go out just as strong as I'm coming in. Yeah, so
Was
I'm
that
really
like yeah, go ahead.
I'm really concentrating at that point when it's
Okay.
coming to the end. It's like a playing landing. You want that smooth landing.
Right. So did you plan that ahead, that ending? Or you have a bunch in your head that you like to do, and so you kind of just go, okay,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
grab
no,
this one.
no, no, no. All of them are different. All of them are different. It just depends on what I'm feeling at the time, physically and mentally. And so, I mean, because trombone is, it's a physical instrument.
Yeah.
No, but it's none of it is pre-planned.
Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. To be able to do that is just remarkable. So cool. So everyone, that's Stephen Walker's great solo on Float Me Down the River, which he doesn't like to listen to, we found out. So that's pretty crazy.
I'm always trying to get, and look, since I know that you like put it up there, transcribe that, I have to get better now.
You want the next one to be even better. People are watching your solos, right?
I am watching it, and I'm practicing now because of that, more so.
Oh man, that's great. That's great.
I gotta get better.
Yeah, people are out there watching, which is kind of cool. At least the trombone community is pretty tight, and it's pretty cool, man. Nothing but admiration. Great work. I mean, great sound.
Thank you.
The band's awesome. I hope to get a chance to hear you guys. So as we wrap up here, Stephen, anything you want to add about, like, if people want to get in touch with you for lessons, if you provide lessons or want to hear you play, maybe live?
We live stream on Swinging in New Orleans. Right now, we're doing it for Wednesday at this club called the DBA. So y'all can catch the live stream on Swinging in New Orleans. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can look me up on Facebook, Stephen Walker. I spell my name with a PH, Stephen Walker 504, and inbox me if you have any questions.
Cool. And I'll provide a link in the video description. So if anybody wants to get a hold of him, you'll be able to do that. But great. Well, Stephen, so great to talk to you. Great to meet you in person, I guess, in Zoom or whatever we're using here. And again, thank you so much.
I thank you as well.
And take care. All right.
Thank you so much.